Hi everyone, I'm Miss Beth. Let's get ready to keep a beat. Ready? Hello everybody, how do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Hello everybody, how do you do? How do you do today? Cha-cha-cha. All right, so the books I've chosen for you today all have a tea party theme. Okay, so you can get yourself a spot of tea. And I have my biscuit, or cookie as they say here, a lovely black and white cookie. Okay, and get ready for your little tea party. Okay, so the first story I'm going to read to you today is called Tea Party Rules, and it's by Amy Dykman, and the pictures are by K.G. Campbell. Tea Party Rules by Amy Dykman and K.G. Campbell. Cub was playing in the woods when he smelled something delicious. He followed his nose through the bushes and found cookies and another bear. "Can I have a cookie?" Cub asked. The bear just stared. Cub tried again. "Can I have a cookie, please?" The bear just stared. "Why won't you answer?" Cub cried. He poked the bear. The bear fell over. "Oh," Cub exclaimed, "you can't eat cookies." Cub felt sorry for the bear. "I'll eat the cookies for you," he promised. Cub was about to take a bite when he heard someone coming. He had no time to hide. Cub pretended to be the other bear. "It's time to play tea party," the girl announced. The girl paused. She looked closely at Cub. "You're grubby," the girl said. "Tea party rule, you must be clean. Then we can have cookies." She carried Cub inside and put him in the tub. Cub liked being grubby. He did not want to be clean, but he wanted cookies. When Cub was clean, the girl paused again. She looked very closely at Cub. "You are messy," the girl said. "Tea party rule, you must be neat. Then we can have cookies." She carried Cub to her room. Cub liked being messy. He did not want to be neat. But he did want cookies. When Cub was neat, the girl paused once more. She looked very, very closely at Cub. "Something is still not right," the girl said. "Tea party rule, you must be fancy. Then we can have cookies." She pulled out her dress-up trunk. Cub was certain he did not want to be fancy. He wanted to run away. But he really wanted cookies. "Perfect," the girl said. "You're ready to play tea party." She carried Cub outside. There were the cookies. "Now," the girl said, "the most important tea party rule is you must eat daintily." Cub couldn't believe it. He was clean. He was neat. He was wearing a dress, and he had to eat daintily? This was too much for a bear, so Cub helped himself. The girl gasped. "You are not following the rules," she shouted. Cub did not care. He had the cookies. soon only one cookie was left. The girl sniffled. "I really wanted cookies," she said. Cub knew how that felt. He gave the girl the last cookie. But the girl did not eat daintily. She said, "We're not playing tea party anymore. Now we're playing bear." Cub liked this game much better than tea party, and he already knew the rules. Okay, I hope you liked that story. I'm just going to take a sip of tea here. All right. Oh, let's do a song now. Okay. So if you have a scarf, great. If not, use a napkin or something lightweight. All right, ready? One bright scarf, waiting for the wind to blow. Wiggle it high, wiggle it low. Shake it fast, shake it slow. Put it behind your back. Where did it go? Where's your scarf? Here it is. All right, do it one more time. Ready? One bright scarf, waiting for the wind to blow. Wiggle it high, wiggle it low. Shake it fast, shake it slow. Put it behind your back. Where did it go? Oh, it's gone. It disappeared. Where could it be? Anybody know? Here it is. Okay. My next story is Miss Spider's Tea Party by David Kirk. Miss Spider's Tea Party, Paintings and Verse by David Kirk. One lonely spider sipped her tea while gazing at the sky. She watched the insects on the leaves and many flying by. "If I had friends like these," she sighed, "who'd stay a while with me, I'd sit them down on silken chairs and serve them cakes and tea." Two timid beetles, Ike and May, crept from the woodwork that same day. But when Miss Spider begged, "Please stay," they shrieked, "Oh no!" and dashed away. Three fireflies flew inside that night, their spirits high, their tails alight. They spied the web and squeaked in fear, "We'd better get away from here." The little trio did not feel they'd care to be a spider's meal. Four bumblebees buzzed outside. "Please come to tea," Miss Spider cried. The four ignored her swaying there. She waved a tea towel in the air. She took a cup and tapped the glass. Then one bee spoke to her at last. "We would be fools to take our tea with anyone so spidery." Within the shadows of the room, just peeking from behind a broom, 5 grinning faces bobbed and peered. Miss Spider smiled. Her heart was cheered. Descending for a closer look, she danced into the gloomy nook, but sadly found those jolly mugs belonged, alas, to rubber bugs. Some ants strode in, they numbered 6, but ants with spiders will not mix. She brewed them tea from hips of roses. The proud platoon turned up their noses. A fine bouquet concealed its prize of 7 dainty butterflies. Miss Spider, watching from the wall, was not aware of them at all. The tea table was set for 8, with saucers, cups, and silver plate. The cakes were fresh, the service gleamed, yet no one would arrive, it seemed. Her company, in no demand, left her a cup for every hand. Nine spotted moths kept safe and warm in the shelter from a thunderstorm. They stood beneath an open sash, and watched the jagged lightning flash. Miss Spider dropped down on a thread, a silver tray above her head. She'd hoped to please them, but instead they flew away in mortal dread. "They've left me all alone," she cried. She dabbed her eyes and sadly sighed. It's plain no bug will ever stay. Her tears splashed down upon the tray. Ten tiny, steaming cups of tea were perched atop her trembling knee. She sipped and sobbed, then heard a cough, and turned to see a small, wet moth, a fragile thing so soaked by rain, his wings too damp to fly again. She smiled and took a checkered cloth to cloak the frail and thankful moth. They talked and snacked on tea and pie until his tiny wings were dry. Then lifting him with tender care, she tossed him gently in the air. The moth told Ike, then Ike told May, who went from bug to say, "There is no reason for alarm. She's never meant us any harm." So later on that afternoon, assembled in the dining room, 11 insects came to tea to share Miss Spider's courtesy. 12 tender violets in a vase, presented at Miss Spider's place, set by her chair so neatly spun, she munched the blossoms one by one. Her friends were glad to watch her feast upon the floral centerpiece. It was a great relief to see she ate just flowers and drank just tea. Miss Spider's reputation grew. Before long our hostess knew each bug who crawled or hopped or flew, and all their loving children too. Okay, and that's that story. All right, let's do another tea-related song. All right, we're going to do I'm a Little Teapot. Ready? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Good job. Let's try that one more time. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Good job. And the last story is The Sun and Moon Have a Tea Party by Yumi Hyo and Naoko Stoop. Sun and Moon Have a Tea Party, written by Yumi Hyo, illustrated by Naoko Stoop. One late afternoon, the moon and the sun had a tea party. "Do you know," said Moon, "what moms and dads do? They get their children ready for bed." She took a sip of tea. "No, they don't," said Sun. "Moms and dads get their children ready for school." "Not so," said Moon. "Children have to go to sleep." "Wrong," replied Sun. "Children have to go to school." They walked down bustling sidewalks and across busy streets. "Streets aren't busy. They are as dark and as lonely as a moonless sky," said Moon. "No, no. Streets are filled with people, just like the sky is filled with birds," said Sun. "How can birds fill the sky," said Moon, "when they are always snuggled down in their nests?" "How can birds snuggle down," said Sun, "when they are flying over everything but us, above rivers like mirrors and wildflowers that bow hello in the wind?" "Rivers can only reflect my face," said Moon. They can reflect mine too, said Sun. I'm right and you're wrong, said Moon, putting down her cup. No, I'm right and you're wrong, said Sun, putting down his cookie. Just then, Cloud drifted by. What are you two arguing about? He asked. And so they explained. Moon, you are right, said Cloud, and Sun, you are right too. You must each stay up past your bedtime, and you will see. Early the next morning, Sleepy Moon rubbed her eyes and hid behind Cloud. This is what she saw. Moms and dads pouring cereal and putting on coats, dogs chasing their tails, and trees standing guard in green uniforms. Moon exclaimed, "How beautiful! Even the morning glories are saying good morning." All day long, the world was abuzz with activity. As dusk fell, Sleepy Sun rubbed his eyes and hid behind Cloud. This is what he saw. Moms and dads tucking in blankets and reading stories, dogs sweetly dreaming, and trees standing guard in gray pajamas. Who would have guessed? Sun exclaimed. Even the morning glories are fast asleep. All night long, the world was still. The following day, Sun thought of Moon. And the following night, Moon thought of Sun. And in the world below, everything shone in their light. Okay, hope you like that story. All right, let's get ready to keep a beat. Popcorn, peanuts, apple pie, thank you so much and goodbye. Popcorn, peanuts, apple pie, thank you so much and goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy your tea.